So when I woke up this morning, had a look out the hotel window, I could see that my tailgate on my truck was open. And I was like, oh no, I totally forgot to lock it. Went out to my truck, nothing was touched. Anyway, time to load up the truck. Gotta head over, get an oil change, check out a couple things, go over to Stoked Mountain Adventures, pick up the sleds, and then I guess pretty much hit the road. Get a little bit of a head start today. I'm not really in a rush. I just want to get like maybe 5 hours of driving in, so then, you know, it cuts down that 38-hour drive. And last year when I drove home, I actually only stopped for 1 hour of sleep at the Manitoba Ontario border, and that was rough. Maybe I should give the truck a little wash before we head back too. It is dirty from those logging roads. Got the truck all washed up. Now we'll head over to Stoked Mountain Adventures. I might leave the 146 behind. I'll just toss some fuel stabilizer in and summarize it here quick. And that's it. No, I'm not just leaving it out here in the dirt. Feels really weird leaving behind the sled. Doesn't feel right, but you know, say I get the opportunity to fly out here, maybe do a spring ride, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not sure how long they'll be able to ride here this year, but you know, a May or a June ride for a weekend would be pretty wicked. All right, now we're off to Golden, where we got an oil change scheduled for 3 o'clock. It's not like there's a Jiffy Lube here, we can just walk in. Well, see you later, Revelstoke. Looks like we're actually gonna have a pretty nice drive all the way through the mountains and across Canada. I mean, I'd almost rather it snow. It keeps you on edge and awake. I guess we're going back into town once more because I need fuel.
Arr! Do you ever put that camera away? Come on, hey!
Where the heck is all the snow? I don't think they're gonna have much of a spring season here. Or I'm just telling myself it's gonna be gone in no time, so then I feel better about leaving. So I think that last snow shed there is the one that I think 2 years ago, an Ivy came down over it, or they triggered one, that is, and there was about 40 feet of snow over top of the snow shed. Just insane. Getting flatter here. I just happened to pick the tire shop here beside the Skidoo dealer. See what kind of goodies they got over here. They got the RS 4-seater Can-Am X3 here. Oh yeah, Turbo RR. They got the Turbo R XRC. The names for these are always confusing. I don't follow it as well as snowmobiles, but a nice little nap there for the 2-hour oil change. And I guess we're finally on the road, ready to go now. Probably drive to like 10 o'clock and then grab a hotel, get a good night's sleep, and then we'll let the long drive and shifts start tomorrow. Like I said, it's it for the mountains. They're out of sight now, not out of mind. Now we just get to look at flat farm fields for the next 1,500K. I just had a look at the time and realized it's already 7 o'clock. And like the sun's still pretty high. I feel like it was just the other day, you know, we were snowmobiling, it'd be like 3:30 and it'd be time to get out because it's gonna be dark at 4:30. And I think I speak for everyone when I say I'm looking forward to the long days. Got our first fuel up going in now, Medicine Hat. We're getting like, well, the truck says 12.3 liters per 100, but it's probably more like 15.3. Gonna spend the night here, get an early start again tomorrow. I feel like a slacker this year. I usually always do the drive in 2 days. Let's throw a little in the skid tank, just in case we get somewhere where we run out. We got 105 liters in the truck, and then we put an extra 15 in the tank just in case. Right over here at the Super 8, let's go in and see what a $53 room gets you. Some interesting blankets there. For $52.83, I think it'll do just fine. Well, 5 o'clock in the morning, just about. I'm gonna get back on the road. I missed a rollover. I think it's time to trade the truck in. It's wore out, 300,000. Q&A time on the Instagram. I got the mic in since there's so much cab noise in here. You guys probably can't even hear me that well. You can tell we're in Sask because it's flat and there's no trees. I think I see Jaden in the distance even. And we just put another 105 liters in the tank, so we're up to 210, and now I feel like a little kid getting this. Oh wow, that's sweet. Well, you gotta lie to me like that, truck. I know we're not going 1,000 kilometers on a tank. There's no way. And I guess we're in Manitoba now. We'll just fly through this province. Well, we must be getting close to Ontario because there's bedrock. And we're on a hill, and the divided highway has ended. That's halfway mark. Got the third fuel up going in here. It wasn't really empty, but fill up now instead of tomorrow morning. All right, there's another 85 liters in the tank for a total of 295. My brother said he's 7 minutes off the highway, but the phone says 21 minutes. Are you a bit of a liar, bro? Are we going for a run?
No, it's just nice out, man.
There's no snowmobile in here though. This is a sweet rig you got. How many horsepower is that baby you got?
You can see it on the highway, it barely goes over 100.
Back on the road again. Let's see what time the phone says we're gonna be home tonight. 18 hours and 12 minutes. It's 3 a.m. now. It says we'll be home at 10:25. We'll see how accurate that is. Just stopping here and driving for a coffee quick. I always hate stopping after driving so long on the single lane highway because you pass all these transport trucks and then as soon as you stop, they're back in front of you again. It's like a never-ending chase all the way across Ontario. I think we're getting close to Thunder Bay now. I'm doing some more questions from that Instagram Q&A. There's over 500 questions. I did not expect that many. But look at this. We actually got some snow here. It looks to be all 6 inches maybe still left on the ground. Well, there's another 100 liters for a total of $3.95. So Apple Maps wants me to take some weird way that I've never taken before from Wawa to Sudbury. And it suggested this to me before and I've always been like, there's no good road there. Well, we'll take it today and we'll see what happens. It's 100 kilometers shorter, so as long as it's not too shitty, I could see it saving quite a bit of time. Use at your own risk. We're on a gravel road now, baby. This is where Apple Maps is taking us, so I guess it's the way. According to the map, we get 80 kilometers of it. Hopefully it's pretty smooth and we can haul through it. A lot smoother than the logging roads in BC, that's for sure. The key to driving fast on a gravel road is to put your AirPods in with noise cancellation and then turn your music on. Just sounds like you're driving up the highway.
For 136 kilometers.
There's no way in hell this truck is getting 11.8 liters per 100. Got the last fill up going in here in Sudbury. Looking about 115 liters. So that brings us up to 410. Just over an hour out now. It's kind of getting dark. There's snow here, not very much, but I mean, it looks like you could still go putt around in the bush maybe. Well, we're home. Shaved an hour and 25 minutes off. Now let's go see the girlfriend. She'll probably be a little excited.
Hi.
Hey bud. Did someone eat a bone and have to get surgery because you're dumb? Yeah, you did. Oh, hi. All right, guys, thanks for joining me for that exciting drive back to Ontario here. It's 2 days later now. We got the side-by-side going. Still got the sled up on the deck, but you can see there's still some snow in the background here, actually. Might get out for a quick little ride tomorrow, but today we're gonna go out to the lake on the side-by-side and see what kind of trouble we can get into with that. So stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.